Okay, so there's one thing that I really struggle with in life, and that is looking for work, like finding jobs. I There's kind of disconnects between how motivated I am to do this thing and how much I should do it and how much I recognize it's in my benefit to do this. I still have a big gap between how much I do it versus how much I should, right? I do it less than how much I should. Um, However, there's one thing that's really helped me get consistent at looking for work. And what I'm gonna say is this tactic, you can honestly apply it to absolutely anything. And it's really easy, really low cost, and very universal. You can just apply it to anything. So basically, what it is normally when you do something that you don't want to do, you want to tackle it head on. Just do as much of it as you can, and just really get it out of the way, and just sit there for like a good few hours and just mash through it. But what if I told you that actually this is not a great way of doing it, because you just become you just never want to do it basically, and you never get around to it, and you make it bigger in your head than it actually is. What I think is the best thing to do if you've got something that you've got to do that you're a bit nervous about doing, that you don't really want to do, just do the smallest action you possibly could towards that thing. So take my example of applying to a job. Download LinkedIn on your phone, sign in to your account, and just click on jobs and just type in some random field that you want to get into, and then just have a look at the first few jobs that come up. That's it. Then stop for the day. And then tomorrow, do the exact same thing. And it's just that thing of doing that tiny, tiny amount. That's where the magic is. And literally stop before you feel like you've done enough. That's the key. And almost stop as you're getting into it. You know, often when I've started forced myself to look for jobs or whatever, I'll start doing it, and then I'm actually I'm actually quite into it now. Let's keep going. But then I think to myself, no, I've got to go and do something else, and I promise that I'd only have to do a little bit. And yeah, so that's the key really, just doing a tiny, tiny, minuscule amount of whatever it is that you need to do. And you can apply this, like I say, to literally anything. Let's say you have some big project like homework or some big assignment or thing that you got to do. Literally open up the book for 5 minutes and just sit there with a pad of paper and read it, and make some notes if you feel moved to. And then just stop after 5 minutes, even if you're getting into it. Just force yourself to be like, oh, I've done. Let's put it away. Or let's say you like meditating. This is a great example. You want to start meditating, but you find it really difficult, whatever. Literally just close your eyes and count to 3 with your breath, and then open your eyes, and that's your meditation done for the day. Or let's say you want to get into stretching. Just find the most simple stretch that you could possibly do, and just do it once a day for 5 seconds. You see what I mean, guys? There's so much you can apply this to. Basically any difficult thing, you just find a way to make it minuscule. Do the most minuscule dose possible that's still discernibly pushing the needle forward, and leave it at that. And watch yourself over the time start to fall in love with that thing more. So let's say it's for me looking for jobs. I start looking for jobs. I start doing it every day. Literally just pissing around on LinkedIn, and slowly, I suddenly go like, oh, I'm actually getting somewhere here. I'm actually like getting my eye in on what I want to find in these jobs. You know, like this is actually being more productive now. Now I'm just doing it naturally. I don't need to kind of discipline myself to do it. It's just something that I recognise that I need to do and I can do. So I do it. Or meditation. You know, you start doing 3 minutes of breathing. You count to 3 with your breath. A few times, and then you begin to start falling in love with it. You begin to count to 10 instead of just to 3, and then you begin to count to 10, and then back down to 0 again. You know, and then the next thing you know, you're doing a 10-minute, 20-minute, 1-hour meditation session, or stretching. You know, like I say, you just do the simplest stretch possible, and then you know it takes a long time. You know, getting more flexible can take several years, but slowly you begin to see the difference. And it's when you see even that microscopic difference of like, oh, that tiny stretch was just a little bit easier today. Slowly that just takes that does something huge to your psyche and your brain. And suddenly you're like, yeah, I can do this. I can fucking do this. It's really easy. Or that project, you know, if you just studied for 2 minutes on that assignment or that bit of homework, or whatever it was, every day, you'd be in a much better position than if you sat down and did it, just crammed it half an hour before it was due. So it's huge. It's really huge, the power of this. And yeah, it sounds so silly. It sounds so stupid. It sounds like this kind of stuff doesn't work. And don't get me wrong, I'm not saying it's an easy fix. You know, you've got to have patience with this. You've got to expect it to take a while. And even though we're just doing the smallest thing possible, you still have to turn up to whatever it is you want to do with some sense of, with like a genuine sense of being proactive and giving it your full attention. But if you're prepared to do that and you're prepared to give it the time, then it's amazing the results you see. So thanks for watching, guys. Hope you got something from this, and if you click the top link in the description, I'm doing some coaching at the moment. Great to hear from you. Come and get involved, and apart from that, see you guys soon.